Congratulations on your new building project. Your ministry is growing and you need to build. Exciting days for you and your ministry. I'm sure your future looks bright.
Earlier this year, my local newspaper ran a front-page story entitled Faith in the Future. It was an article discussing how churches are aiming to attract and keep the younger generation. The article showed how churches are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars building cafes, multimedia rooms, even Wi-Fi lounges for your mobile device of choice. And yes, the Bible is supposed to be at the center of it all. But the point of all these new renovations is to get the youth and young adults in the doors and into the pews. Or, in this case, the cushioned seats next to the espresso bar. Christians are trying so hard to provide religious environments that feel safe, comfortable, and inviting to visitors. I know these churches mean well, but I think they're desperately trying to cover a massive wound with a bunch of shiny, expensive band-aids. Problem is, despite their best efforts, the wound is still bleeding out at a record pace. Look, Christians, I got a little secret for you. I can save you a lot of time and money by explaining why you're losing this fight. It's really simple, and you won't have to waste your time and everyone else's money on expensive renovations, pizza night, or lame jokes. Trust me, you're going to kick yourself for not thinking of this. Okay, got a pen and paper? Great. Here it is. The reason why Christianity is becoming irrelevant is because of this. Yeah, it's called the Bible, and it tells the tale of a body of believers that doesn't look anything like today's church. Now, I'm not talking mere cultural differences. Those are to be expected. What I'm saying is, there is a fundamental disconnect between the church we read about in the New Testament and the one we see today, and that disconnect is driving the nails into Christianity's coffin. See, in the New Testament, we read amazing stories of a church that healed the sick and performed miracles. They functioned as a close community and met the needs of the collective. Apostles and prophets guided them. If there was a question, an answer was provided. If there was a need, it was met. Signs and wonders followed those who believed. Truly amazing stuff. Today, however, well, church is nothing more than a weekly activity where people go to sing a few songs, listen to a half-hour speech, and fellowship with friends. It's part Toastmasters, part concert choir, part social club. And that would be fine under normal circumstances, but the church was meant to fulfill a much higher calling. The modern church seeks to fill pews instead of emptying hospitals. It excels at fundraising, but not raising the dead. If the modern church were doing the works found in the book of Acts or epistles, you could hold services in an old broken-down factory with no heat, no air conditioning, and that building would be filled to max capacity every Sunday with every age group and demographic imaginable. If members of the church could heal terminal diseases instantly through God's power or restore sight to the blind, if they could utter prophecies that saved lives from future disasters, if the collection plates were passed in order to help poor members pay their mortgages, if pastors taught the scriptures with apostolic authority, there would be no need for internet cafes or other crutches. People would be lining up on Sundays by the thousands. But that's not what's happening. As a result, the church must rely on home makeovers in order to stay relevant. Church, it's time to face the harsh truth. The younger generation is tired of the clowns who represent you, the monsters you protect, and the oppression you champion. They're tired of the unanswered prayers, the countless divisions, the hypocrisy, and all the things that bagel sandwiches and flat screens can't compensate for. And so, after many fruitless revival meetings, maybe one day some of you will finally realize what many of us already have, and that is, you cannot revive what was never real in the first place. Faith in the future? Well, if all the church has to offer are band-aids, your faith may not have one.